は僕の番だ。
俺は大魔王じゃない。ただのピッコロ。これまでとは一味違う。
Alright everybody, what is going on? We're doing some more videos here of LR Beast Gohan, and the Gammas are tagging along. I'm going to do their own specific video where I bring 2 of the LR Gammas in. So this video we're bringing 2 of the LR Beast Gohan. Now I did do a little cheeky summoning here, and did end up... Well, you guys can see for yourself. Sorry, I had a small burp there, but anyway, so yeah, my Beast Gohan is now rainbowed. I am going to do this, I think, to try to get Piccolo some build-up before we go into the next phase. Beast will be fine. We all know this. The Cord is not going to be fine, though. Well, actually, I guess the better play right here would be to go ahead and get LR Beast Gohan his hit in. Remember that Beast Gohan, in order to use his active skill, you can use it on the next attacking turn after receiving an attack. So if we want to use his active skill on turn 3 and just have it for the rest of the fight, we should just go ahead and let him get hit here. Piccolo will have his intro for 2 turns, so hopefully on turn 3 we'll be able to get a little bit more build up for him. Let's start out by clearing out some of these orbs that the Gammas cannot use. Remember that the Gammas need either INT, STR, or AGL orbs. They need one of those, so let's grab these. Specifically, they need 2 of each of those types of orbs, so whichever we end up getting. We can get these reds right here. You want to try to get INT, the purple ones, whenever you can, because that gives them 2 guaranteed additionals. Or, well, it gives them 1 guaranteed additional per key sphere, and then like a 30% crit chance as well. And then if you get 2, obviously gives you 2 guaranteed additionals. Whereas the AGL and STR give you, I believe it's 2 normals that have a great chance of being a super attack, I believe is what they are. So you want to try to get the INT whenever you can, but AGL and STR are still solid. For their standby, you need to do 3 attacks in battle. So even if they get the normals, they'll still be able to do the standbys. That's what you want to shoot for with them. So that's just, you know, you have 3 out of the 5 different orb types, right, at your disposal for them. You just want to try to avoid physical and tech orbs. Not a huge deal, but just something that you do have to think about when using them. Each of these units is not just like completely mindless. LR Beast Gohan, you know, you need to make sure that he is getting his hits in a little bit. Orange Piccolo, you need to make sure he's getting his hits in. And then like the Gammas, you need to make sure that you're getting them their orbs. So like while Beast Gohan is like far and away the best unit in the game ever in like the history of Dokkan, period, I don't want to hear anything about STR Gogeta. I don't want to hear it. Most of you weren't even there, first of all. Second of all, there was nothing to do in the game. Third of all, it's like, listen, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I just don't. Like, Beast is just better. He is. All right? Like, it just, that's the way it is. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any arguments. You can write me a 10-page essay in the comments. 50-50 if I delete your comment, because I just think it's dumb. Anyway, so, like, again, I don't care. So Gammas are going to be fine right here. They got some attacks in double digits. This Trunk doesn't hit very hard anyway. He is hitting for 1.2 million, but in the grand scheme of things these days, that's just not a lot. I am going to leave this guy on rotation, this physical LR Gohan. I have had some decent success using him under the Beast umbrella, so we're going to see how that goes in this fight as well. He could get caught in the second phase, and it could be a really bad situation for us. But we'll just have to play that, you know, as it happens. We'll see. All right, let's grab all of those. That'll give us the full 24 key. I mean, I don't even know if he's going to get an attack in here. Maybe I should have put him in slot 1, but again, I want to make sure that Beast gets his hit in so that we can have access to his active skill. Who did we have in slot 7? Oh, it was Gogeta. Oof. That could be really bad for us. So Gogeta really needs to be floated on his first turn. So if we go into this next turn and Trunks locks Gogeta in slot 1, I mean, that's just going to be disaster for us. So hopefully he just locks, like, anybody else. All right, if that's fine. I don't really want to lose Piccolo off rotation here, but of all the people to lose, that's fine. Gogeta will be guarding for his first 4 turns, so we won't be able to get his transformation super soon because he transforms on his 4th turn. So if you leave him on rotation, he won't be able to transform until his 3rd rotation because like on his next rotation, it's going to be turn 3 for him. So on turn 5, it'll be turn 3 for him. The only way to get him to transform as fast as possible would be to float him, because he would come back on turn 7, which would be his 4th turn. All right, you guys aren't really missing anything, but hang on. All right, so yeah, again, you didn't really miss much. We do have the unit super attack activated because Piccolo is on rotation. Remember that this does give crit chance to everybody on the rotation, so Gogeta is going to have a better chance to crit, Orange Piccolo is going to have a better chance to crit, and it does do that attack break, so that attack that Trunks is doing in the second attacking slot right there in slot 1, after Beast Gohan attacks, it will no longer activate. Good chance that might have been a super attack because this Trunks is not supered yet. So we could have potentially just broken a super attack right there. We'll see. Hopefully, as long as Gogeta doesn't get supered, but even still, he might be okay because he is getting a super attack off first, and he is guarding, so we'll see. This is his first rotation, though, so we'll see, we'll see. All right, we do need additionals, Gogeta. We do need the super attacks, buddy. Go ahead. This Trunks does hit for 1.76 million. Again, Gogeta is guarding, so that'll definitely help out a little bit in cutting down the damage, but we'll see, we'll see. All right, got some decent crits right there. Okay, good, double digits. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it that Beast Gohan broke the super attack. This Trunks can double super, so we could still see another one on this turn, potentially. But if that was the super attack, I don't know that there's enough of a cooldown that he could have supered again on this turn, because that would only be like 4 attacks, right? 2 and 3. Okay, so that probably wasn't a super attack then. Because, again, there's a 5 attack cooldown for this guy. So this was probably the only super on this rotation. 200k is not great, but it's really not that bad. The nice thing about this team, since it's all, like, pretty much all LRs, is that we have a nice, solid over 700k HP, so that's really good. We'll keep Beast in slot 1. Let's go ahead and go into the game of Standby. It's not their video, so I won't play this. Again, I'll do a separate video where I bring 2 of the LR Gammas on the team, and in that video, I'll play their animations. No need to use the Beast Gohan active skill yet. We'll keep saving that. We could, but the Gammas are going to be fine. Gohan right here does still have his intro buff up, so he's going to be okay. I'm not really concerned about anybody. Remember that whenever Beast gets hit as well, he's going to give 3 ki to everybody else on rotation, so the Gammas are going to pop up to 24 ki right there. This Beast Gohan can really make that LR physical Gohan like a lot more viable. First off, they share 6 out of 7 links, which is incredible. And then second of all, you know, Gohan can comfortably sit in slot 2. Beast does give him 3 ki whenever he gets hit, so any key issues you may have with that Gohan can be shored up a little bit by Beast. And Beast does have, you know, the active skill, where if you're like, oh crap, like the physical Gohan's gonna get like railed on this rotation, you can go ahead and pop the active skill and protect him on those rotations. So, like he definitely is a lot more viable these days than he used to be. The issue that I guess we run into with the 9th anniversary content is we start getting a lot of STR bosses. So after Ultimate Gohan's intro wears off, he can really be at risk. But as long as you can kind of play smartly with him and protect him, it can be okay. Unfortunately, though, he hasn't gotten a single attack in this entire video. He's just kind of existed on the team. So we're kind of just carrying around dead weight. I mean, he hasn't, like, been bad, but he hasn't done anything. Like he's literally done 0 in this video. All right, so we have LR Trunks right here. Again, we can't transform Gogeta yet. This Trunks pretty much always super attacks in slot 1. And he does have a guaranteed stun. That's the thing about this boss. So, because this Trunks guaranteed stuns, if we use Beast Gohan's active skill right here, it will more than likely stun Beast Gohan before we can even attack, which is not very cool, right? Like we want Beast to get all of his damage in. So that's like kind of the one bad thing about Beast's active skill is that if you have a boss that seals or stuns, it can lock him out of doing his damage for the turn, and he can be one of the most damaging units on your team usually, because he's usually running out like, you know, 20 million, 15 million, especially on his active skill turn. You can get him like 25 million plus, depending on where you put him. And so, you know, they'll lose out on all that damage, and plus they're probably going to be guaranteed crits. You can feel it. The thing is, though, is that nobody else can really go in slot 1 here. So I am going to put him in slot 1. I will go ahead. I'll keep Gogeta on rotation just because next turn we'll be able to transform him. So let me grab these. Gogeta just needs 1 rainbow orb, so let me grab those. And then I'll give everything else to these guys right here. So that's 8. That's also 8. This is more rainbows, I guess, though, so that's more damage reduction. We'll see. Hopefully he doesn't super immediately. He does. I mean, that's fine. Whoa! Hoo, 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 hoo. I have 6 dodge on my LR Beast Gohan. You know, people will tell you not to put dodge on this guy because, you know, it'll mean that you're not getting his hits in, and he doesn't need his hits in to get, like, his active skill, his build-up, and his passive, everything like that. But I would give him a little bit for situations like this. Again, I was just talking about how we were going to... Like, he would have eaten that fine. Like, he's got his full passive up. His intro buff, I think, is still up. So that was very likely double digits or, you know, close to it. That wouldn't have done any damage to us. but it would have stunned us, and we would have lost out on all the damage that he did on this rotation. So I'm very, very, very happy that we dodged it right there. Again, that was just a little 6 dodge. The reason I have 6 dodge on mine as well is because I went full additional pretty freely, like just, you know, straight up full additional. But after that, I was like, well, he doesn't need crit. Like, he's got pretty much guaranteed crits in his passive. I mean, not exactly, but he's got so much built into his passive that you're just going to see crits flowing from this man like water. So I was like, whatever, I'll just throw the last 2 points of his hidden potential system into dodge. And I mean, it hasn't really hurt me, ever. If anything, like that right there is like the first time it's really benefited me, or really done anything for me. So I'll definitely take it. Maybe someday in the future, I'll dodge it at like the last attack that I need to get his passive activated or something like that. But so far, we have not had one of those days. Okay, so we can go ahead and drop the core breaker if we wanted, but it's not his video. So I think instead I'm going to use the Beast Gohan active skill. Let's see how the friend is built, by the way. Let's see. Okay, so they did basically the same thing. They only gave theirs 3 dodge, but I mean, that's fine. They gave them a little bit more crit. Again, the extra 3 crit here that this friend has, I just threw mine into dodge because I was like, whatever. But other than that, we actually have pretty much the same build. We have the same equipments on them. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I'll go ahead and use his active skill just so that we get it in the video. Again, it's a good chance that he stuns him, but, you know, maybe the friend will get their 3 dodge off. That'd be pretty cool. All right, there we go. So, sorry about the first mix-up right there. My bad, guys. Again, this Trunks has a 0 cooldown and a 60% chance to super. He's not going to really be able to do any damage to us. But, you know, again, what we really want to see is Beast Gohan getting the dub here. But I am fairly certain that he's just going to get stunned. Not a big deal, but, you know, just kind of something to keep in mind whenever we're talking about these bosses. You know, it's like, it is something that you have to think of. It's like, oh crap, I need Beast Gohan's damage to finish the fight, but I also need his active skill so that we don't die. Okay, we do get hit right here. Again, the friend build is like the same as mine, but this one has the active skill up, and it's double digits, yeah. I mean, I expected that, but... I mean, technically, we didn't actually need to even use his active skill on this turn. We could have just popped the core breaker, and the Gammas would have taken them out very easily, but it's okay. It's okay. We still got to see him double-digit tank a super attack. That's a 3 million damage super attack. But, again, just something to keep in mind. Dodge can have value on Beast Gohan. Oh, I just realized I haven't changed the sidebars out. Remind me if in the next video I put out, I haven't changed those, to change those. I'll probably do it just, like, right now. Go ahead and, like, swap those out for... who do we want? Beast Gohan and Cell Max. Probably, we'll do the same thing. Villain on the left, hero on the right. You know, because, like, the hero's probably where more people are looking, and that's where the name is. So, listen, a little peek behind the scenes there why I do that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about Beast Gohan. Obviously, he's insane. There's nothing in the game that can challenge him right now. His team is incredible. You guys saw, even, like, physical LR Gohan was just on the team. I mean, he was there. Just completely dead weight, but, you know, he was on the team, so. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.